That's my favorite place to sit on the front car.
Yes, sir.
First one's on the scenic crash.
Yep. So they give us this little light. Hopefully this is going to be enough light for operating my GoPro in this dark cave.
Yeah, I know. That's probably where I ought to stay. The mural looks at the little...
Not stick your hands out there, throwing rocks and pepper.
He said don't do that, Frank. That's a drill right down there.
Well, this land here was discovered in 1877. There were some Indian scouts from Fort Bowie, Arizona. They were over here looking for renegade Apaches. They didn't find them. But on the backside of this mountain here, there's a grayish black looking stone. They knew from tombstone, silk. Now you guys can take pictures, anything in this mine you want. Except for me. I got a house down New York, out of California, and ex-wife.
No, we actually did. You guys need to do a selfie right here. You got your phone out?
She's talking phone.
Looks like we might be getting ready to roll.
What's that run on? What's that run on?
It's got 36 volt batteries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we can't get them anymore. The last one we ordered was a 40 volt, $6,000 for that thing. We had to remodify the whole thing to make it work. Yeah.
What was they originally equipped with?
36 volt batteries.
Back in the day.
Always, back in the day, yeah.
Here we go, guys. We're going in the mine. You can see the train tracks up there.
Okay, folks, how do you like the tour?
End of the tour.
Now, you're in the Queen Mine right now. You're on level 3. You'll be on level 3 for the rest of the trip. Now, there's 2 levels below us and 4 above. Each one are 100 foot apart. Also in this mine, there's 150 miles of tunnels and railroads in this mine. Altogether in the 29 mines here in Bisbee, there's 2,200 miles of railroad and tunnels. Enough to reach from the east coast to the west coast and have about 200 miles left over. That's how big this mine was. Now, if you ever want to look way up ahead of us up there, you're going to see a red light. Right on this side of that red light, on the left-hand side, is the original Queen Mine shaft. First one sunk here in Bisbee. It took a little over 2.5 years just to sink it because of hand drilling, hand mucking, and all they had for lighting was candles. It's the only one in the camp. It's on a 45-degree incline, and it has 2 compartments. On the first side, you're going to see a bunch of stairs going down. That's what they call a manway. That's how the men got up and down to work. On the other side, you're going to see an ore skip hanging down there about 40 feet. That's how they hoisted the rock up out of here. Now, the main reason we're stopped right here is to make sure everybody on the train's comfortable about being underground. Everybody good?
Yeah.
You mean I'm the only one that wants to go out?
Well, you're not
Okay,
leaving.
you guys have a good time. Enjoy the tour.
Thank you. He's coming back. Oh, there he is.
You thought I was gone, didn't you?
supporting here. Big old huge wooden hewn beams. Looks like we're coming up on a closed door right now. Looks like we got a long passageway here with the green lights down here.
Oh, yeah, that's a long
They're going to monetize you for singing that.
Yeah.
Looks like we're coming up on another room here. Passageways that go up. I believe he's going to give us another little speech.
We are. Feet on that.
Everyone get off on this side. Follow me up these steps.
Oh, we're going to be getting off. Trying to go up this set of stairs. And you can actually feel quite a breeze coming up through here. Looks like a big old massive room here.
So none of this is natural, it's all dug out, right?
Yeah, it's all been dug out.
Here's the mummy guy.
They did? You didn't think about it?
That's everybody, Neil.
All right, thanks, Joey.
Watch your back here, partner. Let me shut this behind you.
There we go. Now, folks, before we get started, I want you to look right over here. You see that hole in the side of the rock there? That's what they call a bug hole. I was driving tunnel up in Utah with one of those tunnel boring machines. I hit a bug hole about the same size as that one. It was full of petrified bees. It turned into iron pyrite. Now I shut that whole job down for a week and a half. Here come the University of Utah to make a little study. The only thing I did wrong is I didn't grab a couple handfuls.
Yes, exactly.
Now what you're in right now, this is called the stope. How it got its name. You know, back east they call the steps the stoop. Stoop, stope. Now what they do is they come in at the bottom of the ore body. They'll mine that whole bottom out. Then they back up, step up. Mine it out, back up, step up. Step, stoop, step, stope. Okay? Now, how they discovered this area right here. They were following that vein of silver that I told you about outside. They thought this was another tombstone, silver mine only. They got to this point right here and they hit what they call the mother lode. Very high grade copper. They backed up from here, went back to the Queen mine that we just passed, dropped down 100 feet and came up from down there where you see that light down there. Now it took a little over 4 years just to mine this little area out. The reason why I was hand drilling, hand mucking, very slow process. And we had a phantom in this mine. His name was Headless John. There wasn't a miner in this camp that ever did anything wrong. We blamed everything on him. If you look right there in the rock, you'll see a portrait of him in the rock right there. Now, I want everyone to look right up here behind you. You guys see that green and blue in the center? Yeah. Azurite and malachite. That's where your copper was found. You look at that black ring that goes around it. Silver and zinc. Somebody dropped their hat. Yep. Then you drop down to that orangish red color. It's called hematite. The gold was in the hematite. Wow. Now 95 years of mining here, there was over 8 billion pounds of copper taken out of this mine. About 3 million ounces of gold. Oh, wow. 77 million ounces of silver. Wow. And that's not even counting the lead and zinc that was mined here. Very profitable mine. Now here in the 1880s, the miners were working 2 10-hour shifts. They were issued 3 candles apiece for that 10-hour shift. Now this is what took so long, the hand drilling. I need to get right back there where you're at. Now you would start out here with a 4-pound hammer and what they call a starter steel. This is it. This is what you started your holes with. We called it collaring in. Now, every time you hit that steel, you turned it a quarter turn. Every time, quarter turn. Reason? Chisel bit. It gets stuck. And you want a nice, clean, round hole because dynamite's round. Okay? Now, once you got collared in, you would switch. Regular drill steel, 12-pound hammer. Now, this is called a double jack. The reason? One man's got to hold that steel and turn it while the other one swings this hammer. You got to remember, all they had was candles. But they got very good at it because they knew tomorrow their partner will be swinging it. You mess up today, it's payback tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, it would take them about 9 hours to drill 6 3-foot holes. Load it with dynamite and blast it. Now, the only way they had to get it out of here was wheelbarrows and shovels. They shovel it into a wheelbarrow right here, then tram it all the way down there where that light is. There used to be a little wooden ramp down there. You'd run up on that ramp, dump the wheelbarrow into the ore car when it got full, push it around to the Queen, and hoist it out of here. Now, after the hand drilling here, when we started using air equipment, there was 3 different types of miners in this camp. If you guys will look back here in this right-hand corner, you see that mannequin standing by that drill? That drill is what they call a stoper drill. It's only used for drilling straight up. That's what you call a raised miner. What the raised miners did here is they drove the raise from one level, 100 feet, straight up to the next level. Now they were the only miners in this camp that didn't have an opposite shift. The reason for that? That was the most dangerous, nastiest, dirtiest job here. And they wanted to know exactly what was over their head every time they climbed up in there. Now they got paid good though for it. 5 foot a day for the company. Anything over 5 foot, was $80 a piece per foot in bonus money.
Wow.
And their average round was 7 foot, so you're looking at about $160 a day average bonus. Then you had the guys that drove the crosscuts up there. They got $40 a foot. The reason for the big difference is it's a lot easier to work on the flat, and it's a whole lot safer. But they hung all the air and water lines, put in a railroad track and ventilation tubing. Then you had the stope miners here.